question that we ask, or our panels ask, when they go to accredit a new degree program, is they will want to know where are your graduates going to be economically engaged. In Zimbabwe currently, we are not using the term employment, unemployment, because we do realize that most of our graduates, we also encourage them to do that. Most of our graduates are now starting their own companies, whether they are micro, medium, and small enterprises, and some of them are engaged in the informal sector as well as the formal sector. So we are now talking about economic engagement. During accreditation, we ask these questions. And then after 5 years, when we come to re-accredit the program, we will then ask the institution, how many of the 500, let's say for instance, of the 500 graduates that you produced during the last 5 years, how many of them were economically engaged? And then they will give us a figure, and we will ask them where, and then they will tell us where, in what capacity or in what position, because we also want to determine whether where they are employed, it has anything to do with what they learned at university. And then you will find that we will give higher scores for graduates that are either starting their own enterprises or those who are employed outside the borders of Zimbabwe. And I can tell you now that for all the programs that we have so far re-accredited, there's not one of them that has failed in that employability criteria. Because Zimbabweans, most of them have been employed outside the country. And if we go down and look at the list of the countries where we will find our Zimbabwean graduates employed, you will find that I don't think there's any country in this world where they are not engaged. So my intention today is to share with you the initiatives that Zimbabwe is taking to make sure that they enhance graduate employability. If we take a look at the press, you will see so many topical areas, and one of them has been unemployment. I have listed there some of the headlines that you see in the press. Zimbabwe graduates join the jobless heap. I'm not talking about whether this is authentic or not, but I'm just saying this is a topical area these days. And then if you go across, you will find that not only in the newspapers, but even in the social media, if you look at that one, LinkedIn, you hear that someone there was complaining that they have unemployment crisis in Namibia, and yet the government of Namibia was busy employing Zimbabweans, and they didn't know the rationale of them doing that. But to us as a country, it is a plus to have our graduates employed in Namibia. And then I just put also that one that is closer home, which I saw on the 1st of November 2013. It was saying over 10,000 graduates churned out annually from Botswana are adding to the thousands of stockpiled unemployed graduates in the job market, and that one was from the Weekend Post. So what are we saying? We are saying that the problem that many countries are facing is that of graduate unemployment, and you find that the higher education sector is under immense pressure to produce employable graduates. But the debate is on how best can we achieve this goal. As I said before, I will share with you some of the initiatives that Zimbabwe has taken. In this paper, or in Zimbabwe, when we refer to a graduate, we are talking about a holder of a bachelor's or higher degree. If we want to take or keep as constant other factors like the state of the economy and quantity of graduates versus available jobs, you will find that the major problem of employability has to do with the possession of the graduate of technical and employability skills. The responsibility of graduate employment from the Zimbabwe point of view is that of all stakeholders, because you will find in some other countries they give that responsibility to universities, others give the responsibility to students, but we have found that a holistic approach to this problem will assist. So we are saying the government, the employers, the institutions, students, everybody is responsible or should be responsible. Now I'll give you the situation in Zimbabwe. The population of Zimbabwe is 13 million as of the statistics of the census that was held last year. The higher education sector expanded from one university with an enrollment of 2,240 in 1980 to the current 15 universities with a total enrollment of 60,000 in 2013. And some time ago in 2003, from a study that was done by somebody, we were told that all our graduates were being absorbed in the relevant fields of study. Actually, at that time, what was happening was that employers would come to the universities before the students even graduate, and they will look for prospective employees there.